Bro, bro, bro. I'm not necessarily going to lie. This might be my favorite video to make. And this might just be my favorite manga, controversial manga to ever really record and talk about. So I went to TikTok and pretty much just scrolled on there. And then I got hit with this whole video of someone talking about this manga, talking about Lady Red. And this was like an Akira Toriyama work, and how it was so bad and it was so disturbing and whatever. And essentially it was like disgusting that it even came out. And the moment I hear that, I'm just like, well, I have two things in my brain that's already clicking. Either this is something really messed up about Toriyama, and possibly he's not the greatest person of all time when it comes to, you know, manga creation, or this could literally be about lollies. I'm going to choose the latter. So when it comes to things, oh hell, like this, and you know what the crazy thing is? With the date it came out in, this make a lot of sense. So for those that don't know, this is a very short one-shot manga called Lady Red that obviously Akira Toriyama ended up creating, which this was basically, you know, a 3-page story which go left to right, like the American reading way, instead of the original right to left. Wait, actually, wait, am I being stupid? No, right to left is Japanese, yeah. So essentially what happens is you have this superhero lady, this short superhero lady, who is an adult, I will say as well, because, you know, let's not get carried away. She said she was an office worker and then quit to become a superhero to stop all this evil and very horrible things that's going on in the world. Thing is, she's broke as hell, so a lot of the stuff that kind of happens and kind of things that she gets involved in, it kind of doesn't necessarily work out the way she thinks it's going to work out. For example, she's going to drive a car to probably patrol around to see if she can stop some crime. Ended up crashing her car into someone else's vehicle, and then she gonna get mad about, you know, the carelessness of the first driver when it wasn't even their fault, and then flipped off the driver as they went off in, you know, their own way and direction, which was like, oh my gosh. I'm just like, is this Oda-chan in disguise? I'm just like, I feel like this is like some Oda-chan ass level of just, you know, doing random shit. Honestly, I feel like this is something Oda-chan would do. But then it gets way crazier. So essentially there was a robbery that happened, and Lady Red just like, oh, justice, I gotta go save the day, and ended up couldn't really get, like, you know, a ride, so she had to get like a taxi. So she was basically like, yo, chase out of that car, I'm on a hunt for some, you know, evil and whatever. So essentially they followed the robber back to the place, and then the taxi dude was like, yo, that'd be $21, I did take you all the way over here. And so being broke as she is, she's like, wait, what? Boy, I don't have no money, what you talking about? And so the taxi dude was just like, all right, that's fine, because you small, you tight, and you know what, you just right. And this man ended up clapping her cheeks forcefully. She didn't agree to it, which, you know, it's called non-consent, which is, you know, obviously something that you do not want to do, especially IRL. Please don't do that. Anyway, point is, when it comes to things, she ended up getting used and essentially went into the robber's house to try to stop him. But this man just like, man, yo, I ain't gonna lie, you looking kind of right though. And the funny thing is, it's the same announcer dude from the World Tournament. Like, what? He was an asshole the whole time? But anyway, he ended up clapping her cheeks once again, not being consensual about it, but ended up just getting some anyway. And then afterward, he's just like, yo, that was some good ass smashing, I ain't gonna lie. Here, have some bands. And so, at the end of everything, Lady Red just said, yo, F this justice stuff, I'm just getting paid this way. Shh, I'm gonna become a prostitute. And that's essentially what happened. Lady Red, at the end of all of it, in the end of this entire one shot, ends up becoming a prostitute, and then just, you know, kind of just serving people that way. And that's essentially the end of the book. Which is the most funniest shit I have ever seen out of a controversial book. Yes, obviously this is something that could possibly never fly in any shape and form in the modern day. Even if it's fictional, majority of people will absolutely want to kick somebody's ass for making such a book. Granted, if a book like this existed, would I care? No. But, you know, people are going to be people and they're going to complain about it. However, I don't necessarily see anything wrong considering that it is fictional content, so that's just how it is. I also like the fact that the lady resembles a lolly and she's short. So yes, we already know about this discussion, and this is probably one of the bigger reasons, I would say, outside of the context of what happened. This is probably one of the bigger reasons why this is such a huge talking point, because it's a short lolly-esque like lady, and essentially, you know, everybody know that everybody gets mad off of some lolly shit for whatever reason. But the funny thing is, as we look through the history of lollies way back then, like in a few months ago, where we talked about the history of lollies, you would know in the 1980s in Japan, it was a lolicon boom, and this perfectly aligns up with that time period. So of course, yeah, why not loot a, you know, lolly-esque looking lady? Why not loot a character like that? Because when it comes down to things, everybody at that point in time is literally craving and frothing at the mouth of literal lolly content and some adult action. So yeah, why not make a book literally about the same damn thing, or something that ends up happening to a lolly-like character? So yeah, this perfectly fits in that timeline of the 1980s, of the lolicon boom and Lady Red's arrival in that thing where she getting banged. Which I ain't gonna lie, I clap Lady Red too. I do it. I say it again. I'll clap the hell out of Lady Red. I ain't paying for nothing because she gonna be with me, but still, nonetheless, I would absolutely like to get her tight holes. And honestly, I'm kind of more curious now on the manga side of things, like how many types of books like this or one-shots like this end up being made. How many people actually just say, you know what, let's just screw making a good one-shot, let's just make a real deal dirty one-shot and just see what happens, or like a dirty manga and just see what happens, and or if something ruins it or whatever. I'm kind of curious on this side of thing now, because I want to see more. I honestly hope there's more stuff like this. I kind of want to know. I'm honestly curious. I would honestly like to see more people draw some Gentile Lady Red, because she kind of banging, I ain't gonna cap. But yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to cover for this one, so hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification on your outs, also Twitter and Patreon if you'd like to donate as well, and Ko-Fi for cookouts and commissions if you want to do that too. And that's about it, so until then, this is your boy Jay, signing off. Have a blessed day.